Hello students, welcome to your science class of class 3. Today we will learn lesson number 3 and the lesson name is parts of a plant and their functions. We see many types of plants around us. Plants are very useful to us, they give us many things. Some plants give us flowers, some plants give us vegetables and some gives us fruit. Parts of a plant. Like us, plants are living things. Just as our body is made up of different parts, plants have also many parts. Look at the picture in figure 3.1. It shows different parts of a plant. If we carefully see a plant, it consists of two main parts. One part of the plant lies under the ground and another part lies above the ground. The part of the plant which remains under the ground is called the root. The part of the plant which remains above the ground is called the shoot. The shoot of the plant has stem, branches, leaves, buds, flowers and fruit. The fruits contain seeds inside them. Students, so we see many plants around us. Plants are very useful to us, we all know that. We get many things from plants such as flowers, vegetables, fruits. Parts of a plant. Like us, plants are also living things. Plants are what? We know plants are living things, okay, like human beings. Just as our body is made up of different parts, plants are also made up of different parts. If you see in the diagram, you will know. So a plant consists of two main parts, one which lies above the ground, another which remains under the ground. The part which remains above the ground is the shoot, and the part which remains under the ground is called root. And the shoot part has stem, branches, leaves, buds, flowers and fruits, and the fruits contain seed inside them, okay. Each part of the plant has a special work to do. If one part of the plant does not work properly, the plant will not stay healthy. Let us now study these plants one by one and also their functions. Root. The root is that part of the plant which remains under the ground. The roots have many thin hair-like branches. These fix plant firmly in the soil. Roots are of two types: fibrous root, tap roots. Fibrous roots. When a number of roots grow from the end of a stem, it is called fibrous roots. Plants like grass, onion, wheat and rice have fibrous roots. Tap roots. When a long main root grows from the end of the stem and many small side roots grow from the main root, it is called the tap roots. Plants like bean, balsam and mustard have tap roots. Functions of root. The roots have many functions. Some of these are to fix the plant to the soil, to provide water and mineral salts to the plant. The tiny hairs on the root take water and mineral salts from the soil, then they push the absorbed water and mineral salts up into the stem. In some plants, roots store food within themselves. We eat the roots of these plants. For example, carrot, radish, turnip and beetroot store food in them, so we eat them. So students, each part of a plant has its special work, okay. Each part has a special work to do. So if one part of the plant does not work properly, what will happen? That plant will not remain healthy, okay, or that will not grow properly. And now we will learn about this part and their functions. Root. The root is that part of the plant which remains under the ground, and root have many thin hairs, okay, hair-like branches, and this fix the plant firmly to the soil. Root is the one part that fixes the plant firmly to the soil, okay. Root are of two types, fibrous roots and tap roots. Fibrous root. Now what is fibrous root? Fibrous root is when number of roots grow from the end of a stem, okay. Means a plant at the end of the stem there grows many roots. It is known as fibrous roots, okay. Plants like grass, onion and wheat and rice, these all have fibrous roots. Now tap root. What is a tap root? Tap root is that root which grows from the end of the stem, and then many side roots grows from that main root. It is known as tap root. Plants like bean, balsam, mustard, all these are tap roots, okay. Now functions of root. What are the functions of root? We will learn some functions. Main function is number one, to fix the plant to the soil. Root fixes the plant to the soil, okay. Fix means to attach the plant, okay. And these roots provide water and mineral salts to the plants. Then the tiny hair of the roots take water. Then the tiny hairs of the root, what do they take water and mineral salt from the soil. Then they absorb water and mineral salts up to the stem. Then in some plants, what do? They store food within themselves, and we eat these roots, okay. These roots only. For example, carrot, radish, turnip, all these are what? Root. Actually, the root part of the plants, and we eat them. Stem. The stem is the main part of the shoot. It holds the plant upright above the ground. The stem bears the branches, leaves, buds, flowers, and fruits. The stem of some trees are very hard, strong, and woody. For example, coconut and neem trees have very hard and woody stems. They keep the tree upright. The stem of a banana tree is soft and green, but it also holds the plant upright and bears leaves and fruits. The stem of some plants like money plant is very soft and weak. It cannot hold the plant. It only bears leaves. The plant needs support to stay upright. Functions of stem. The main functions of stem are: it holds the plant upright, it bears leaves, buds, flowers, and fruit, it carries water and mineral salts from the roots to all parts of the plant, it carries food prepared by the leaves to different parts of the plant. Thus, the stem acts as a pathway for food and water. So, the stem is the main part of the shoot. Okay, for this stem, the plant is held upright or straight. Okay, you can say, and the stem has what branches, leaves, buds, flowers, and fruits. Some trees stem are very hard, strong and woody. For example, coconut tree and neem tree, and whereas some are very soft and green. For example, banana tree. Okay, the stem and some stems are very some plant stems are very soft and weak. For example, that money plant. This type of stem cannot hold the tree upright. It needs some support to hold the plant straight and upright. So the functions. What are the functions of a stem? The functions of the stem are: it holds the plant upright. Means the stem holds the plant upright. Means straight. Okay. Then the stem bears what? Leaves, buds, flowers, and fruits. Then it carries mineral salts and water to the roots and to the other parts of the plant. And it carries food prepared by the leaves to the different parts of the plant. And the stem actually acts as a road. Okay. Leaf. The leaf is an important part of the shoot. Different plants have leaves of different shapes and sizes. Most plants have green leaves. A leaf has a flat and a broad part called leaf blade. Each leaf has a main vein in the middle. There are many side veins coming from the main vein. The veins bring water to the leaf. The leaf blade has many tiny holes on its surface. These are called stomata. These stomata throw out extra water. Plant breathe air in and out through these stomata. The green leaves makes food for the plant. Therefore, the leaf is called the food factory of the plant, or it is called the kitchen of the plant. Let us study as to how leaves produces food for the plants. Leaves contain a substance called chlorophyll. It makes the leaves green. It helps in preparing food using carbon dioxide and water in presence of sunlight. Now come to leaf. The leaf is also an important part of the shoot. Okay, different plants have different sizes and shapes and sizes of leaves. We all know that most plants have green leaves. Okay. A leaf has a flat and a broad part called leaf blade. Then each leaf has a main vein, and then there are many side veins coming from that leaf. Okay, leaves. Okay. What is the function of these veins? They bring water to the leaf. Okay. And the leaf blade has many tiny holes on its surfaces. These holes are called stomata. These stomata throw out extra water. Then what do? These stomata throw out some extra water, and plant breathe air in and out through these stomata. Okay, and the green leaves makes food for the plant, and then these green leaves makes food for the plant. Okay, that is why it is called leaves are also known as the food factory of the plant or kitchen of the plant. Okay, you all know what kitchen is. The kitchen is a room where food is made. Okay, students. And now we'll study how plants prepare food for the leaves prepare food for the plants. The leaves contain a green substance. There is a green substance in leaves which is known as chlorophyll. That is why the leaves are green. And this chlorophyll helps preparing food using carbon dioxide and water in presence of sunlight. The process by which plants make their own food from air, water, and sunlight is called photosynthesis. Thus, food for the plant is made inside the leaves. So, leaves may be called food factory or kitchen of the plant. Foods from the leaves grows to different parts of the plant through the stem. This food helps the plants to grow. The plants store extra food in the form of starch. The starch is stored in the roots, stems, leaves, or fruit. The preparation of food by the plants from the carbon dioxide and water from the roots in the presence of sunlight is shown below. Flowers. Many plants bear flowers. Flowers are the most beautiful parts of the plant. They help the plants to look beautiful and attractive. They have different shapes, sizes, colors, and odors. They attract butterflies and other insects. They help in reproduction. Flowers produce fruits. So students, the process by which plants make their food in the presence of air, water and sunlight, this process is known as photosynthesis. Thus the food is made inside the leaves, so the leaves may be called factory or kitchen of the plant. So we all know that food is made in the leaf, that is why it is known as the factory or kitchen of the plant. And then food from the leaves goes to the different parts of the plant through the stem. Okay, then this food helps the plants to grow, means when they get this food the plant grow well. Okay, the plants store some extra food, then plants can also store some extra food in the form of starch. The starch is stored in the form of in the roots, stems, leaves or fruits. Where are starch formed, stored? It is stored in the roots, stem, leaves or fruits. Okay, then this preparation of the foods from the and in this picture, if you see this picture here, it is given. Okay, you can clearly understand that. Then flowers. Now coming to flowers, we all know that a tree has flowers. Okay, then many plants has flower. Flowers are actually the most beautiful part of a plant. Okay, for this flowers, the tree looks very beautiful and attractive. Okay, flowers are of different shapes, sizes, colors or odors. Okay, and then these flowers attracts what? Butterflies. You know what butterfly is, and insects. They help in reproduction, means to give birth, and flowers produce food. So from flowers we get fruits. Fruits and seeds. Fruits are from flowers. Most fruits have seeds inside them. Some fruits have one seed while some others have more than one. For example, mango has one seed while pears, tomato, papaya and may has many seeds. Seeds are protected inside the fruit. Bananas are seedless. New plants are mostly grown from seeds. Every plant and its food is always hidden inside the seed. When the seed gets enough water, air and sunlight, the baby plant starts growing. Slowly it grows into a young plant and then becomes a fully grown plant. Now coming to the final part, fruits and seeds. Fruits are from flowers. Many fruits have seeds. We all know that. Some fruits have only one seed while other have more than one seeds. Okay. For example, a mango has only one seed while peas, tomato, papaya and all these have more than one seed. Seeds are protected inside the fruit. Seeds remain protected. Okay, inside the fruit. Bananas are seedless. Now plants are mostly grown from seeds. New plants are mostly grown from seeds. We all know that. A baby plant and its food is always hidden inside the seed. A baby plant, you know what baby plant is. Okay, a small plant that is always hidden inside the seed. When the seed gets enough water, air and sunlight, then baby plants starts growing, and it grows into a young plant, and slowly it grows into a fully grown plant. Okay, so dear students, hope you all have understand this lesson well. See you in your next class with a new video. Until then, goodbye.